Welcome to the Thrive with Omu Podcast, where each week I'll chat with an amazing entrepreneur on their growth journey. They'll be sharing this with us to help and encourage us to take that bold step. Hello everyone, it's another Friday again, and I have with me here this amazing young lady who is a healing coach, and she'll tell you more about what it entails to be a healing coach. Her name is Angelica Watters. Thank you, Angelica, for coming on my podcast. How are you doing today?
Thank you so very much for having me. I am doing great by Allah's grace. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself before we dive into your setback?
Yes, so I am a servant to Allah God. I am a healing coach. I have a 2-year-old son named Amir, and I love just being a student of life. Being a healing coach, I heal women of color who suffer from anxiety and depression. Go through different healing steps in regards to your mental, physical, and spiritual body emotions. So yeah.
Why is this? Okay, maybe I don't want to go that way, but when you say healing coach, is it healing? Is there a particular thing the person has to be healing from, or is it just healing generally?
Just healing in general. So we have people that deal with mental issues like anxiety and depression. Also people who deal with physical disease, like, diabetes or high blood pressure, stuff in that sense. So it's all in one for the most part. So yes.
Have you always done that, or did something lead you into becoming a healing coach?
Yes. So no, I have not always done this. I actually started my healing journey, I want to say 2 years ago. It all stemmed down to after receiving a health concern after having my child. I had a thyroid issue, in which most women who deal with thyroid issues have to be on medication for the rest of their life. That was a choice within myself I did not want to take. I did not want to be on medicine for the rest of my life. However, the side effects of having the thyroid issue was a lot. But I wanted to find a different way to heal myself. I wanted to just, self-heal myself, just because of the things that I did go through while I was pregnant, dealing with the medical professions and how it didn't work for me. So I wanted to go within. So I just went within. I read a few books. How to Eat to Live had helped me by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And I did some mental work as well, calming my mind, my body and soul. So I did a whole holistic change. So that is what really got me into healing.
Awesome. So you kind of worked on yourself and used yourself as the, would I say, experiment?
Yes, ma'am.
So how was that journey of the thyroid issues? How long did it last, and how did it affect your business, your marriage, your life generally?
It actually lasted for, I found out about my thyroid issue after having my son. But it only lasted for about, I want to say 5-6 months, because of the steps that I was taking to heal myself. It affected me a lot because with a thyroid issue, that being the mother of your metabolism, just how your brain function, how your heart function, it was doing a lot. I had a lot of anxiety. I had heart palpitations. I just wasn't myself, and me just having a newborn baby, I didn't feel as if I could be there as much as I wanted to. So it really took me out of my element. So with that, knowing how much of an effect it had on me, I really got myself into a, I want to say hibernation. Like I went within. I started meditating. I started journaling, and I started praying. And one month, during the month of Ramadan, because I practice Ramadan, that was the month where I seen that my healing worked. I got my thyroid numbers back, and it was normal again. So that proved to me that the things that I was doing was right, and I can heal myself.
Was that your first child?
Yes, I did have a stillborn child 6 years ago. But I say he's my firstborn. Yeah.
And did the stillborn affect you? Do you think the stillborn affected you in any way?
Absolutely. And I didn't realize that until after giving birth to my son, and then going back and seeing how much of effect that the last pregnancy, in which I never addressed, and I left it alone. And then becoming pregnant again, the fear was so heightened. The stress, I was just so scared something was going to happen throughout that pregnancy. And in a way, I kind of feel like that may have also contributed to that dis-ease that I had after having my son, just still having that fear base of what happened to me in my prior pregnancy.
So you had a stillbirth and then got pregnant 6 years later. Between when you had the stillbirth and the 6 years before you got pregnant for your child, it didn't affect you in any way. You just went on with your normal life and all that.
Yeah, I think that within that time frame, I did not know how to handle death. My son transitioned, and it hurt me, but I was doing a lot of things to I would say distract me. I did not handle it, and I noticed I didn't handle it, of course, when I got pregnant again. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I did not heal from that. So it's like it's back again. Like it's been 6 years now. So I didn't heal through that properly at all during those 6 years. No.
So how was the healing? How did you process it? How did you heal from that? Because I'm sure you would have had to heal from the baggage from the stillbirth before dealing with the thyroid issue.
Yeah, so with the stillborn, I was young. I'm still young, but I was very young. I was 20. I was 21 when that happened, and honestly, I honestly was I was letting the vices of the world help me get through it, which wasn't healthy. Smoking and drinking and clubbing, getting into relationships. Like after my son passed, I got into a long relationship that was toxic, so within that time, like I stated, I know I didn't heal at all with that. And then seeing just how everything played itself out from the past for 6 years, and then me getting pregnant again, then seeing that, I can't say that that's the reason why, but I always believe that at a point in time, once you don't handle the situation within, it has no choice but to express itself and come out. So maybe that came out, So maybe that came out in the form of me having that thyroid issue. So, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow. But I'm glad that you've gone past it and you're better, or you're well now. Do you mind sharing what you did to deal with the stillborn?
Yes. When when it happened, I was in total disbelief. I think I got into a period of I was going through a lot of emotion. I was upset, I was mad, I was cursing God out. And then I got into a period of sadness, a little depression here and there. But honestly, I can say that I did not properly deal with it at all at that time. However, I can say that because I didn't deal with it at that time, that does not mean that I did not need to deal with it. And seeing that my new son, my new baby is here now, and now understanding life and death, getting to my word, understanding God, I realized that my son was not my son. He was a gift from God, and it's not doing anything to me constantly holding on to that pain and that grief of a child of God that wasn't my child. So when I came to that understanding and that knowledge and knowing, it made me feel more comfortable. It made me let go and understand that he's okay, he's in peace. And it had to happen because honestly, the life that I was living before I had my son now was reckless. And I don't even believe that I will be able to have been a great mom to my son that transitioned as I am to my son now. So eventually I understood God's purpose.
Awesome. I'm so happy. Such a good story. But what do you have to say to young girls who have been down that road and probably haven't been able to get themselves out, or some who would be thinking of going down that road?
Just in regards to losing a child.
Losing a child, bringing up a child, dealing with depression, the lessons you've learned from it, basically.
Yeah, so I would say that, when I think of healing, healing is a journey. Life, struggle is ordained in life. You have to go through things to grow through things. So I truly believe that once you learn to know who you are, get back connected to yourself, and understand that we can't control everything. You can't control everything. And that's a big thing because we want to have control. It makes us feel secure. It makes us feel comfortable. But understanding that we cannot have control, and understand that we can only do our best. You can only do your best.
Absolutely.
So I believe that once you know that, even if it's just little things like, just, doing little things to try to grieve from the loss, or, doing little things to be a better mom, or, a better parent in general, it's the little things that really, really do count, so I believe, don't ignore the little things and just allow life to happen.
So you did mention something about this journey called life. You're on a journey. What is it like? What's it about? What are you doing? How are you doing it?
Yeah, so this journey of life, it's a lot. I'm really just, I'm learning to learn myself. And that's the best way to get through life, is knowing who you are. So I've been learning to check in with my emotions, learning to know what my triggers are, learning to know what makes me happy, what makes me sad. What do I like to do? What can I do that is, how can I say it, productive, that can benefit me? So to me, the journey of life for me has just been a journey of learning, I would say, being reborn again. So yeah.
Awesome. I'm so proud of you. And
praise be to Allah.
Yes, and I'm so happy and I'm proud of how far you've come. A lot of people stay down, they go down and they remain there without struggling to come back up. So it's been an amazing time talking to you.
Yes.
Do you have any parting words you want to share before we wrap it up?
Yeah, just, this life, we all have a purpose. We all have a gift, and no matter where you are in life, you are exactly where you need to be. I think this life sometimes makes us believe that we should be, further than where we are, but understanding that you are exactly where you need to be and learning to just rest and be in a moment will really, really, really help you in just embracing life and living life. So, yeah.
Thank you so much, Angelica. Thank you. It's been a nice few minutes with you on the podcast. Hope to see you some other time. Thank you guys for listening. I'm out. Thank you for listening to today's episode of Thrive with Omu Podcast. This is your host,